Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 25th of June, 2025. A good variety day of streaming, although it didn't go according to plan because I didn't know how much I had left in a particular game. I scheduled an entire day stream for it, and I had a whopping 20 minutes left. Because of that, things were thrown for a loop. It really kind of threw the stream into disarray, and it made it so that basically no one really showed up for what I did. But let's talk about it. It's not the end of the world. It just sucks that it happened that way, right? So first off, today on the first stream, the Level 1 podcast was a pretty important one because on this show, number one, I addressed people who were saying that I cheated to beat Lies of P Overture. Took care of that with the quickness. Then we talked about what we should do on Thursday night's late stream, which we determined will be a late night stream where we will hang out and basically kind of look through Steam, perhaps select one or two games, which I will try as like a demo. It's not going to be like, oh, I play the game for the whole stream or whatever, but maybe give a game a test, look for a cheap indie game or something like that. Just give it a whirl and see if I like it or not. Okay. So it's going to be an interesting stream tomorrow night, something a little different. And then on top of that, we talked about three options for which will games that are being considered for the next major playthrough. I just finished both the Lies of P Overture DLC, and today I finished Onimusha 2, which we'll talk about in a moment. So we need another game. And so we talked about different games, various options. One is Suikoden 2 HD, which I promised you guys we would play sometime later in the year because we did Suikoden 1 earlier in the year, and you guys completely supported it. Okay? Number two, GTA 4 with mods, which I'd be stoked to do. I haven't played GTA 4 in 6 years. It's one of my favorite GTA games. And to now do it with mods on PC to make it look like realistic and better resolution, I think would be absolutely amazing. All right. Or a Dark Souls game with mods, either Dark Souls 2 or 3. And this time around, unlike the playthrough that I did in early January, where it's just Dark Souls 1, but looks better. I wanted to tweak it so it's a new game. Like, I totally wanted it to be like new gameplay elements, all kinds of new stuff. All right. So we talked about it and we didn't come to a consensus, but we did a couple of polls and it seems like no one really wants Dark Souls right now. I get it. We just coming off of Lies of P. That's fine. But I would say either Suikoden 2 HD or GTA 4 with mods are great options. So we'll look into that. And I'm actually currently talking with a couple of people about mods for GTA 4 to try to determine like what would be the best option. And we're going to go from there. So we'll see. And we'll talk about it over the next couple of days. We have until early next week to figure this out before we get a new game in the rotation. So let's see. We'll talk about it. We'll see what you guys want. We'll go from there. Okay. But let me know. Leave a comment on the podcast. Leave a comment on this video. I need to know what you guys would like next in the rotation for the summertime. Okay. Cool. Now, after that, we jumped into Onimusha 2 HD. I didn't know we were going to beat it in 20 minutes. We did. It was basically one boss fight, and then the final boss fight, and that was the end of the game. Dang. Now, the end of the game wasn't bad, and I enjoyed it, and, left my final comments on that video, but we had, like, over 2 hours left. I'm like, what do I do now? So we kind of hung out for, like, 20, 30 minutes talking, and finally people were like, well, we want something. And I almost booted Blueprints. But I realized if I tried it, I only knew how to do one thing to see the ending, which is basically try to take the treasure trove room and spawn it or draft it outside of the mansion. I didn't know anything else. So I was like, I should probably just wait for a scheduled stream. I need people who know Blueprints to show up to help me with this playthrough, right? If we're going to wrap it up and finish it, I need to know what I'm doing. So finally people were like, just do some random stuff. I was like, all right, let's do some Capcom versus SNK 2, old school fighting games, right? And I said, you know what? Let's just try it on PC because the PC's already hooked up. We booted it up and I found comp. I don't know what happened because the last few times I tried to play it, I couldn't find any comp. I found comp. I found people who were either platinum or diamond, and I whooped their asses. Like, no exaggeration. It was nonstop ass whoopings today. Even people who were more highly ranked than me got their asses handed to them in a paper bag. I actually played with Chun-Li today and learned a lot using her. I learned a lot about what's her great anti-air, the timing of her hit strings, when it's safe to do stuff, how to use her supers. And I actually did really well I got a few OCVs. That's a one-character victory, which is the hardest thing you can do in CvS2 is a one-character victory. You're using your low level 1 character to defeat their team of 3 characters. It's crazy, and I did it. So it was really fun, and I was very happy. I had a great time with the game, but people didn't know I was playing fighting games today. So the crowd who would be there for fighting games didn't really show up. There were a few people who last minute saw me post up and were like, oh, he's doing CvS2, and they showed up and they contributed a little bit. But essentially the stream ended at like $60. And I'm like, listen, not every stream can be a home run. Not every stream can hit a goal. But I feel like if Onimusha 2 had been the whole stream, we would have been good. But because it ended the way it did and we did a last minute shift and change, what can you do? What sucks about it is if we were hitting goals every stream, we would have been on pace and momentum to do the new Grillo's collaboration meal at Sonic. That actually is coming out on June 30th. That's Monday here in the United States, and that's the next episode of DSP Tries It. So if we were consistently hitting goals every stream, we would have been ready for that on Monday, and now, well, we may not hit it. It depends. We have to see if we can hit goals every single stream until then, or maybe a double goal one day, okay? So it sucks, but what can you do? We did the best. I still had fun. I hope you'll enjoy. The gameplay video is about an hour, 20 minutes long. It's a really good one. Give it a look. I kicked ass with Chun-Li, okay? Then tonight, it was Taxi Life, a car driving simulation, in Barcelona, Spain. Only the second stream of this game. So different from playing Truck Sim. Truck Sim is so chill. I can just relax, get on the highway with my payload, get it into cruise control, and then just sit here and talk with you guys. With this game, it is so much crazier. Crazy little tight turns all the time. Stop and go, slamming on the brakes. Oh my God, a pedestrian. Even tonight, trying hard, still hit stuff. Still hit a car that was a couple parked cars and, grazed a few things on the side of the road, and they dock you for it, okay? Good news is, tonight, multiple levels up, multiple upgrades to the car, all right? And we're one level away from unlocking long jobs, meaning the longest distance jobs. Apparently, these are supposed to be fun ones that are big payouts, okay? So we're on the way. Had a lot of fun, chilled with everyone. But people on the kick side seem to really like the Taxi live streams, reason being, on the kick side, people are wagering, excuse me, whether or not I will get a tip or a big tip when I do a job. The tips are completely randomized, it seems. Like sometimes I'll do a really good job and I won't get a tip. Other times I'll seem to do a mediocre fare and I'll get a big tip. So people are wagering, will he get a tip or not in the game? And it's actually interesting to see because it's randomized all over the place. So people on the kick side are loving the streams. Great conversation on the YouTube side. I definitely can't talk as much during these streams because I'm paying attention to the game so much, but I had a great time. So overall, things are going good with the driving streams. Truck Sim still going strong, still getting a lot of attendance and support. And I committed that when the summer sale starts tomorrow, I'll buy some of the Truck Sim DLC. So we'll look into that. Over the next few days, we'll probably buy some of those. And right now, Taxi Life also going well. So thank you. By the way, we hit the support goal. So there you go. Okay? Now, tomorrow, Thursday, the 26th, the premiere of Death Stranding 2. There is no podcast. I will turn on the stream around 11:30 a.m. We'll hang out for like 20 minutes. By noon, we'll start the gameplay. 4 hours. Will Death Stranding 2 be good or not? I hope so. Some people who I know who are playing it already earlier are saying it's actually better than the first. That's great to hear. I certainly hope that persists, and it is a great game. I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. Night stream tomorrow night, as I've already mentioned. Chill stream where we're going to go into Steam, look at some games, maybe try some demos, or maybe even buy a cheap game or two, and just kind of mess around. Maybe we'll find a game that'll stick and end up being a playthrough, okay? So that's tomorrow. Good potential tomorrow with Death Stranding 2. If we get a good amount of viewers and support, we can hit a few goals, we can lock in the DSP Tries It on Monday. I guess we'll see what happens, okay? But thank you guys. Even though today was kind of an audible adjustment on that first stream, I still had a great time, and overall today was very fun. So thank you all. Great stuff. Have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the premiere of Death Stranding 2 and for a chill night stream on Steam. Have a good one. Peace out, everyone. See you in the morning. Good night.